Xbox just announced the next generation console. It's called Project Helix. Plays Xbox games, PC games, and apparently PlayStation games too. It has the biggest APU ever put inside a consumer console, 20 times the ray tracing of anything before it, and it might run GTA 6 better than any other machine on the planet when that game eventually decides to show up sometime before the heat death of the universe. The announcement got 15 million views and 99,000 likes on the official Xbox account. Someone on Twitter said the fact Xbox announced their next console and it's been calm all day is both hilarious and very expected. That's the whole situation in one sentence. Xbox dropped what should be one of the biggest gaming announcements of the decade, and the internet treated it like a mild weather update. If Sony had posted this exact same thing, the servers would have melted. PlayStation fans would have been in the streets. The gaming discourse would have been completely uninhabitable for 72 hours straight. Xbox did it and people nodded politely and kept scrolling. That's where Xbox is right now as a brand, and that gap between what this hardware actually is and how people are responding to it is pretty fascinating.
With the
Let's talk about what
get this on camera, Jody.
Because buried underneath the beauty reaction,
We're gonna show the
hardware that on
features here. We got the we got this right here. Joy almost called you Heather. Look at this. 2 memory cards, nice and wrapping everything. For full game functions and features, kill it. Here we got Bruce Lee. Here comes the button love. It's heavy. Look at this. Ooh, top hit. Low screen. What we have here? 4 controller slots, power button, or something like that. No button. DVD slot. Oh, there's 2 slots or what? There is.
I don't know.
We got a fan. We got a built-in fan back here. What do we got on the bottom? A couple stickers.
The specs being reported are
What you got there?
pretty wild. Biggest
What you got here, Jode?
ever put in a console. 20 times the ray tracing capability of the Series X.
The Xbox
30%
system.
more compute units than the current generation.
Here goes Halo.
Those numbers
In
are
goes-
real.
and now goes
Translate to
Operation
actual
Halo.
performance. This thing would make the PS5 look like it's running on a calculator. We're talking about a machine that could theoretically run GTA 6 at settings that even a high-end PC would struggle to match when the PC version eventually drops. And speaking of GTA 6, the internet's response to this announcement was basically just a collective, we still got a new console before GTA 6. And honestly, that's pretty fair. GTA 6 has been in development so long that entire console generations have come and gone while Rockstar sits in their office polishing the same trailer. At this rate, we're going to get flying cars in real life before we get to drive a virtual one in Vice City. The PlayStation games running on the Xbox thing is also a headline that I needed everyone to actually process because it sounds like satire. Xbox Gaming confirmed that PlayStation games will run on Project Helix, not through some workaround or emulation hack that a teenager figured out in a basement. Officially, on the box they are selling you. The console war that has been running since 1994 just got ended unilaterally by Microsoft deciding they were going to stop playing it. That's like showing up to a fist fight and just buying the other guy's house instead. Now here's the part where reality starts tapping on the window, the price. Early estimates are putting Project Helix somewhere between $999 and $1,500. And that's where the excitement starts doing the math and coming up short. Because $1,000 for a console is a number that makes people's eyes go flat. PlayStation 5 launched at $500 and people complained about that for months, me included. The Xbox Series X was $500 and people said it was too expensive. You're now asking the average consumer to spend twice the minimum on a box that goes under their TV, and you're doing it in an economy where rent is half most people's paycheck and a used Honda costs more than a semester of college. The counter argument is that you're essentially buying a gaming PC and a console at the same time, and a PC with those specs would easily run you $1,500 to $2,000 or more if you built it yourself. So the value proposition is actually there if you look at it purely as hardware purchase, but Console buyers and PC buyers are not the same person making the same decision. The person who walks into a store to buy a gaming console is not mentally prepared to spend laptop money on it, regardless of what they theoretically save on a separate PC build. The new Xbox CEO, Asha Sharma, confirmed the whole thing herself, said Project Helix will lead in performance and play Xbox and PC games, and is heading to GDC to talk to partners and studios about it, which is the right move. Getting developers excited and on board early is how you actually build a launch lineup worth buying the hardware for. Microsoft's historical problem hasn't been the hardware, though. The Series X was a genuinely powerful machine. Problem was always the games. If Project Helix launches with an actual reason to own it one day, instead of a promise that good games are coming eventually, this could be a completely different story than the last 2 generations of Xbox. But that's a big if. And the gaming community has been burned enough times by Microsoft's promises that nobody is putting money on the table until they see the full picture. Specs and price aren't enough. The question is, what games are there on day one? What exclusives justify the hardware? Is there anything on this box that you literally cannot get anywhere else? Because right now, the most exciting thing Project Helix does is run everything. And running everything is pretty impressive, but it's not the same as having something. Nobody buys a platform for what it can do theoretically. They buy it for what's actually on it. It got 15 million views, 99,000 likes. The hardware sounds incredible. The price sounds like a medical bill, and GTA 6 is still not out. Some things never change.